There are beautiful questions this time. There are two questions. The first question is, can there be a uniform for First Holy Communion and Confirmation children and also the choir? There's a small remark made by this person. Currently, even the readers are not wearing the uniform that was implemented pre-COVID days. Why? First of all, the uniform for the First Holy Communion, the Confirmation children, etc. Do we need a uniform? Perhaps the church doesn't say that you need a uniform as such. The children have to be modestly dressed, and many of them are dressed in the white dress. They look like angels. I know. Yesterday, when I went to a parish, I told them, you look like angels today, because so beautifully they are dressed in their white, holding the candle, etc. But I think what the person wants to know is, should we have a uniform type of dress for everybody? The First Communion children and also the Confirmation children. I would say it would be a good idea. It would be a good idea. Not to say it's a uniform as such, but something modest, something white, something that denotes the importance of the sacrament. At the same time, it is available, it is cheap, I would say, because I have seen in some parishes there are some dresses that are worn by the children which are, I'm sure they're very, very costly. They look like brides, of course, but to make the brides dresses for the children, it's not so easy. And children being children, when they are in the church, everyone looks at each other, and you can't make our children feel small by seeing that some others are wearing better dresses. So therefore there is a sort of a unhealthy competition among the people, and the children demanding from their parents, I want this dress, I want that dress. And if only the parents could afford it. I know that many parents cannot afford it. They take loans to prepare the children's dresses, and many a time it's disappointing because they use it for only one day. I don't think they can use it another day. Within 2-3 months, or perhaps within 6 months, the dresses don't fit the children. They have already grown up, and it's a big, big waste. And for those who can afford, perhaps I don't say much, but for those who cannot afford, surely I think we have to think of a way of solving this problem so that the children look nice, they look angelic, they look white, but their dresses are simple and cheap. I have a solution. I show you this dress worn by this child that is there, you see on the screen. It looks beautiful. And this dress, where did I found it? I found it in the parish of St. Peter's at Rustenbach. When Monsignor Jayanathan was the parish priest, he understood the problem of the people, the rich and the poor, they have to be equal. He said, and surely the children should be dressed well, look angelic. And so he made this dress, and I asked him, Monsignor, please give me one dress which I can recommend it to the diocese. And I think there is a lot of meaning in that. Even if you have any dresses, you can wear over it. There's no need of all the frills and all the things that are there. If you can afford, I don't stop you. But for the poor children, or maybe for all the children in the parish, it could be a sort of a uniform for confirmation, a type of uniform for the First Holy Communion, that you don't spend much, but you look angelic. And surely, whether we need uniform like this, I would say I would be happy. The church doesn't prescribe any uniform as such. So also there's a mention of the choir. I think that's a good point here, that the choir is dressed well, and if there is a particular type of dress that the particular choirs would like to use, it's nice. I see the women in their beautiful saris, I feel so happy. Or perhaps some modest dress, a modest type of uniform. The person has mentioned, perhaps when we are reading, we put that outer gown which looks nice. Perhaps some sort of a dress code for your parish, for the choir, for the children who are being prepared for confirmation and communion would be very much in place. The second question that is asked is here, why are the people buried facing east and the priest buried facing west? I don't know what is the east and west in the church side, but when the priests are buried or brought to the church for service, their heads are pointed towards the altar. Whereas when the people are brought for the funeral mass, the body is placed with the face on the people's side. And so the person is asking why. Is there a distinction or difference, or is it something special or something that's one? The church tradition is normally in any liturgical assembly, the priest celebrant exercises his priestly office facing the faithful or the people. You have seen when the priests start their mass, they are looking at the people, and therefore when they are dead, their face is kept on the altar side so that their face also is presented to the people as such. Whereas the lay faithful exercise their common priesthood. It's not that we are making distinction as such. The lay people are also common priesthood, that they participate and they face the altar or the celebrant. They are looking at the priest or the celebrant. So also at death, at our burial, the same position is retained, that is, priest facing the people, or his body, his remains facing the people, and the faithful facing the altar. The remains of the people facing the altar. So this is the explanation that I can give you. And my dear brothers and sisters, thank you very much. Please continue praying for us as I pray for you. And surely on this Sunday, that as you gather, exchange some peace among you. Even if you are not at peace, please say sorry. Perhaps make a gesture of peace among you, because God loves peace. You know, Mother Teresa used to say, a smile begins a peace gesture. When you smile, it's already half the peace that is established between you, provided your smile is sincere and your peace intent is from your heart. God bless you.